Hey folks, this is Strudeldog. Hope you're doing good this morning. Um, I hopefully did my final move out of the garage today. Not too far away, just in case I have another hailstorm or potential hailstorm or cold weather. I don't really actually feel I'm safe till tax day. Um, in my area, I had both biggest freeze damage I ever had on April 12th one year. Here are some of the plants that I stored over the winter. Here's a group of figs I'm sending out. Some of these, a lot of these, I'll be planting myself. Some of these I'll be planting myself. Some of them I've offered up for trade. Certain parties have told me I don't need to keep a duplicate, a backup of everything. So if I had to take, they're probably going to be one up available. Here's some seedlings of Nikita's gift, persimmon. Who knows how they'll take out? But one thing I think is cool about them, they are hybrids between um, American and the Asian persimmon. Um, I'll probably, since the potential for cold hardiness goes there, I'll probably grow those out. Some shing ones. There's a pomegranate. Here's a beautiful Smith fig tree. Smith's a wonderful tree. If you've never ate it, the fruit, it's everybody speaks highly of it. Here's a mix of non-astringent persimmon seedlings I did. I don't know that I have the room to grow them out. And there's no, when I say non-astringent, the parrot was non-astringent. I don't know what the percentage. From what I understand, it'll probably be low turnout non-astringent. Nothing's really leafed out here yet. Starting to bud a little bit. I need to clean up the pot somewhat. A lot of there's mostly pomegranates right there. Here's a famous, infamous fig. That's the Just Fruits and Exotic Black Madeira Knot. It's a nice fig though. I put on an air layer on it last year, and it didn't take as good. I think it did put some roots out, but I'm thinking I'm gonna detach it as soon as it starts growth here this year. Some of these figs are Most of these figs are in fine shape. A few of them, like this one, probably been in the pot too long. It needs to find a home in the ground or pulled out and pruned and maybe a larger pot or such. Different ones there. Well, that one's not for sale. That's a black Madeira. I'll probably get above an ale here off that. Um, Different figs here. I'm not going to go through all the different ones. I pretty much made a list of what they are. These are basically, I don't get as much, I don't baby a lot of stuff as much as some people do. A lot of you folks get better growth out of the trees than I do. But I manage to keep most things alive, put it that way, till I can get them in the ground. Um, here's some different stuff. Here's an interesting plant, miracle berry. Um, I'm not going to go into the details of that, but I've had that tree a lot. I never got a fruit off of it, so I decided I want to taste off my own miracle berry. So I bought a bigger tree. Well, I ate 2 or 3 fruits off of it, and I lost the tree in winter. I lost that one time too. It was dormant for about a year, so I haven't given up on this guy. I named that one Jesus since it resurrected. If this one would resurrect, I don't know what I would name it. A lot of other figs here. A bunch of smaller 1 gallons that have started. Those are mostly started last year. Like I said, most folks would have a lot bigger sized tree or old different figs here. Some grafted persimmons I did. I grow over 40 types of persimmons, I think. And also I've got some I purchased here that were clearanced out and I found a good deal on. Some grafted pawpaw back there. I need to get some of these in bigger pots, those grafts, so they'll take off. Here's some trees I've put in myself. Actually, this couple of them left from a friend I recently visited and was very nice and generous to me. Have some citrus here. Here's a dwarf, not a dwarf, well, it is dwarf, but it's a variegated Calmada, and I love it for a pot plant. The fruit is actually variegated green with yellow stripes when immature. It has fruit on it all year round. The fruit makes it's looked used in cooking a lot, Calmaden, but I like to use them in the summer. I'll just take one of those, pop it in my glass or my bottle of water, nicely fragrance. I think this is a Tango. A lot of I've got a couple Miwe kumquats here that I like. You eat them fruit at all. I love Miwe kumquats, Myers lemons, some Owari. The citrus and me, I don't know how long we're going to have this relationship. The older I get, the heavier they get. The heavier they get, the older I get. So, I don't know where the meeting point is there, but at some point something bad's gonna happen. Here's I didn't propagate this myself. I'm probably pronouncing maybe several of these things, but these Abaquina olive, or however you say that, actually got blooms on it. I'm gonna put some of those in the ground this year. Some loquat seedlings I started from seed. A lot of my citrus look kind of ill this time of year. They spent most of the winter in a dark garage, but interestingly enough, they do better there than in my sunny, dry, aired back porch. I don't think they like the dry air. Some mulberries that are just, a lot of them have fruit on them. Well, that one is actually Shangri-La. This is a Cusco. There's a Wakasissa. Again, I'm probably pronouncing that wrong. But they were all by rooted cutting. Here's a little Girardi dwarf I grafted. I've never been able to get a cutting for it, but I like the plant itself. Over here I have some larger loquat, some pineapple guava, some chestnut trees. The pineapple guava and the loquat are actually about as cold hardy as figs, right around 15 degrees I find. Problem with the loquat is it blooms in the fall, and it doesn't really, very rarely ever carries fruit this far north through winter. That was started from fruit taken off of a tree north of Atlanta. So I thought, well, maybe it's worth a shot. I have a few of them planted in the ground. Pineapple guava I like. And also, if you've never tried tasting the petals, they taste kind of like, they melt in your mouth. They're kind of like cotton candy. Very flavorful, nice on fresh salads. Here's a project that I started years ago. They're actually golden kiwi, which at least at that point were very hard to find the plants in the US. They're a mess to store. They grow like a kiwi. They tangle up. They're going in ground this year. I started them from seed, from a fruit I ate in an Asian market, just because I do that kind of thing. I doubt that they'll turn out. Well, one of them bloomed for the first time last year, and it was a male. I am going to plant them out somewhere along the tree line, growing up a tree. If anything puts out decent fruit, I'll air layer off a plant and start one nice one on a trellis. Here's a couple regular fuzzy kiwis. I've got a bunch more kiwis and muscadines way over there. They're not brought in and out for the winter, and along with a lot of other plants that I kept for the winter, I've got, yeah, it's a mess up there. That's another thing God's been talking with me about, but I'm going to clean that up and move that to a more discreet area. I grow lots of Japanese maples and hellebores. I've got blueberries, nice blueberries over there in pots that I need to find a home for. A bunch of grafted pears, some more persimmons, pawpaws. Actually, some more mulberries over there. My Illinois everbearing, couple of them are in pots, are over there. Again, lots of muscadines and some regular standard grapes. I've been here 4 years, and a lot of my stuff needs to get in ground. Here's kind of a view at my one of my dormant fig orchards. Down beyond that tree line, there's another field, and I have about 40 varieties of pomegranate planted down there. And probably about 60 plants, well, maybe more than that. I don't know how many plants total, but I grow about 40 varieties. Got a bunch of other pots there. I don't think you can see them from where we're at, but more persimmon I'm going to graft this year. Other figs I've already moved out there. And Nippon lily. I finally got Nippon lily to take from seed. It's a very hard plant for me to find, but I like it. There's some, my main orchard's over here. Got some chi trees, pawpaws along the woodlands. I got gooseberries. Those are black, a lot of that tree line has a lot of black walnuts. I have a lot of native black walnuts, but not too many of them are really all that. There's improved selections, put it that way. A lot of shell, not much nut. Got some rows. I got a row of sour pie cherries here, some apples. Some of these are multi-graft trees, some of these are standard trees. And I get into my stone fruit, kind of a mess. I got pleuries, cross streams, plum and cherries, pluots, other fruit trees. That's actually an Asian pear tree right there. My blueberries, I got a group of blueberries here. I definitely need to weed around them. My blueberries here don't do nearly as well as my fields at my cabin. A lot of these stone fruit's going to end up getting pulled, I believe, but there's some regular plums, Japanese plums. I don't grow any Euro plums. There's a mixed row of Asian and Euro pears. I think it's all apples in this row. Then a row of peaches and apricots. Deer rub on my wind blow peach. I like that peach too. These are my little Carmen jewels. Oh, right back in one of those other fields. I've got a lot of other Carmen jewels. I've got several Carmen jewels I started. It's really a cool little cherry tree. It's a pie cherry, covered blooms. They were developed up the University of Saskatchewan. So I didn't know how they do down this south. People are finding out they do pretty good. So great tree for a kid to walk up, pick up, and eat. And I've had less problems with them than most of my fires of disease and insect. I really haven't had problems with them compared to my other stone fruit. Now here's why I like my little Girardi dwarf mulberry. 5-6 foot. It grows very slow. The nodes are so close on this thing. I could show you pictures. It's just covered with fruit. It's a grazer's delight. You guys with small yards, this is the one you need to grow. I mean, to me it tastes very similar to Illinois everbearing. I've heard a couple people state they don't like it. I wonder if they have the real thing. Here's a persimmon that I regrafted last year. It was hachia. I've had hachia die out on me twice. I grafted this one. I'm not going to see what I grafted to it right now. Further on my road mulberries, here I am trying a Morris nigra. It's been here years. They say Morris nigra won't grow here. I'm beginning to believe them. I've tried North Spain a couple times. This is actual black beauty. Maybe I'll get a fruit from it, but I guess proving myself wrong. Another one that's froze out for me like 3 times is Packatan. That's the stump down there. That's the size of the tree that froze out. I went ahead and grafted that to Girardi dwarf. I enjoy it so much. Here's a Cusco tree. Nice, also nice. I've let them go that multi-trunk. Mulberries, I like them within hand reach. That's why I like these smaller dwarf trees better. That tree's under 6 foot. Shangri-La, which is supposed to be a small tree, but it has a little bit more upright growth to it. These next two they may be Illinois everbearing. They have nice berries. I've probably sent cuttings out to a couple of you out there with them. JF, any unknown. They were propagated trees from Just Fruits and Exotic, but they lost their labels. They're good. That's Wasissa. Next I have a couple rows of persimmon, various types. Then I have maybe another apricot or something stuck in there. I have about 5 rows of persimmons there. You can barely see them. I got a few figs put in there. I've got some more pomegranates put in there, and I got goats out there. You can only see one of them right now, but here I am, Strudeldog, out walking through the orchard, talking out loud to myself. and speaking with God. We'll talk to you later. Strudeldog out.